Okay, so I think I'm ready to press the record button right now. So I actually just got in the 1/50th scale Mack Anthem in lacquer red. So I've actually been, and I'm pretty sure you guys have been waiting on it too. So of course the Mack in the 1/64th got about a year ago in the charcoal gray. Features on it, were what you'd expect of a 1/64. So it has the tilt hood, doors don't open, just a very rundown basic. So more details, check out the video. Anyways, so this one is going to be focusing on the 1/50th scale exclusively. So okay, going back, it's in a lacquer red. The doors on this one actually do open. So if you've seen the video I did on the VNL 760, primarily I believe first gear just used the same general platform. Being that Mack is Volvo owned, it's realistic to real life, so there's a lot of shared componentry. I would guess in first gear as is in the real Volvo Mack partnership or ownership. So of course, let's see, where do I begin? Okay, let me see if I can. I'm actually doing this on my computer table, so I want to make sure I can hold it without drop. So I'll just put it right down here. Okay, sorry about that. Still working out logistics. Okay. So, of course, the hood does tilt, and you get your Mack engine right down in there. Of course, the hood is not etched through, but there was a lot of features on this that make up for that entirely. Like, for example, the hood mounted mirrors. You've got silver, which would mimic the mirrors. Of course. Let me just tilt this right back down. Can't have a Mack without your Bulldog right on the hood. Right there. So very, very nice. And it actually feels metal gold. So there's some real touch to it. Your Mack Anthem script right on the door. If I could, oh yeah, there we go. Zoom in just right. It's kind of, my iPhone gets testy around this time. If I can't get it right now, it's alright. I'll just leave it be. It's alright. Anyhow, so just like on the VNL 760, you get a pretty detailed interior. All of your switches, knobs are faithfully painted. Now, in this one, the doors don't open too much, but just enough to be able to peek right inside. So, of course, this one actually came with a, I call it scalpel, so I can get in focus. Okay, scalpel pick. Passenger side door was a bit of a trick to open up, so I had to use a Q-tip to pop this right through the driver's side door and get the other door open. So just in the event where you have a little bit of issue, Q-tips come in hand perfectly. So as you can see, the mirror glass right on the mirror. And of course, in this one, the taillight assembly managed to stay put, which is really nice. Fifth wheel does feel like it's metal. There's a lot of metal on it. Not a heck of a lot of, I mean, there's a fair share of plastic, but it's a pretty substantial unit. Of course, just basic Mack interior. And like always, if you felt a little crafty with paint, you can always just go in there and doll it up yourself. So the sleeper appears to be hollow on the inside, or at least there's a partition wall separating behind the seats to the rest of the cab, which is alright. I'm not going to go knock first gear too heavy on that. It's Again, there's a lot of features and makeup for it. So, and what's interesting about the new Mack Anthem series is you can actually see right on the back. This right here is the new Mack Pinnacle. I believe it's 64T. T is in Tom. So you may remember the front end from the old Mack Rawhide. So I think what happened is they're using that cab, the hood, and actually adding it on to the Mack Anthem sleeper. So very, very cool. So I believe that's the 64T is in Tom for the 2019 year. So just want to drop that in. So again, this is a First Gear product if I haven't already mentioned that, which I'm pretty sure I did, but big shout out to First Gear. So this one was about it was about 72 with tax. It came out to about 83. So very nice unit. Of course, you can see the size difference between its 1/64th counterpart. Of course, you got your cab extenders right there. It's nice to see it's a vertical exhaust on the back. Just a very nice unit. I mean, where do you begin? Where do you begin? Of course, you got your tanks down there. And I think it says on the bottom, First Gear. Oh, was that Post Iowa? So a little bit of details on the company on the bottom. So, of course, the front axle is fixed. The wheels don't turn, but at least to me, that gives it a little bit more sturdiness. It's one less thing that could break or come off. So it's, I don't so much as mind that. I think it's, overall, I gotta give it its 5 stars. There's even details like, for example, right on the seats. Now on the real, I don't mean to trail off too far, but on the real Mack seats, there's like a pass-through in the headrest. So they managed to reproduce that pretty well. I used to think that was a Mack logo until I saw pictures of the real seat, and it's actually a hole in the top of the seat, or I guess you could call it a pass-through. So anyways, I'm coming up on 8 minutes. I wanted to do, I think this is going to be the first review on the 1/50th scale Mack Anthem. So I wanted to give it the credit that it deserves. So with that being, you guys take care. Happy collecting, and do comment, like, and subscribe. You guys take care.